What's up, Nerdliest crew? We've got the Echo. What's up, Nerdliest crew? John Connie here with aka Big Man Syndrome. Find me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. As far as nerdliness goes, you'll see most of that on my Twitter account. If you're at all interested in health and fitness, that's my Instagram account and some of my Facebook account. Today, we review Thor Ragnarok, the Comic-Con trailer. I can tell you right now, I am so excited about this one. So stoked. The way the trailer looks just makes the movie look amazing. I mean, tremendous. And I didn't really sit down and sort of think of what the structure of this was going to be. So I'm just going to watch the trailer and give a review at the same time and sort of talk about my thoughts as far as Thor Ragnarok. The first thing I will say though is I think I'm most excited for this because it feels like a redemption movie. Now, I don't agree with most of the reviews out there who say that Darkworld was really bad or that, you know, everything in Darkworld it was terrible acting, this and that, and the villain was poor. I think the villain was well established. I think there was maybe a few spots where like he could have been a little more badass, but overall, I loved Darkworld. But with this stigma that Thor Darkworld was bad, I think Ragnarok is set up to be epic, something to basically just redeem Thor. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the video, and I'm going to watch certain sections and then give you sort of my review. So I'm going to stop it right there. First of all, the music is freaking awesome. Whoever is creating that synth, that is just like making my hair stand up on my skin, and it is amazing. And I don't know how much of that is going to be in the movie. I feel like what they're doing with the trailers is bringing this sort of 80s-esque, sort of like Tron-ish vibe, because I believe Thor came out in that or was very popular during that time. I'm not sure, actually. I'm spouting out facts. I'm giving you fake news, basically. But I love it. I freaking love it. And the music paired with some of the action that they're showing is awesome. And I don't know if he's talking to Hulk. Maybe he is. Maybe he's talking to Loki, who's up in the stands before Hulk comes out. But obviously, towards the end of the trailer, you've seen it. You saw that Hulk is going to be talking in the movie.
Hulk like raging fire, Thor like smoldering fire.
So I don't know if he learned to talk at this point or not. I have a feeling he hasn't. I think there's going to be some time where we discover that Hulk has learned how to control his Hulkness, or Banner is able to control Hulk. That whole thing. So you have Thor speaking to somebody and telling them, you know, this happened, lost my hammer, so that's pretty fresh. And then he's, you know, it shows, I just love that catch by Hela, and it is amazing, just like blowing up the frickin' hammer. And then you have him talking about, you know, self-discovery, getting caught in the net, and like the scenery just looks phenomenal. Like, I cannot wait to see how big this movie looks. You know, this is another cosmic style movie with a very strong attachment to Earth, unlike Guardians of the Galaxy, where there is very little attachment so far. Actually, if any, there hasn't been much referencing, and a lot of people are mad about that, which is like, get over it. They're cosmic, okay? They haven't gotten there yet. At first, when I was watching this trailer, the music kind of threw me off. Like, it was a little bit too techy, and I was like, you know, it's cosmic, it's a hero movie. I don't know, it sounds kind of game-ish, but every time I listen to it, I love it even more, and I'm pretty freaking stoked. So let's go ahead and start again. And then Hulk comes busting out, and he just like, and then this is my favorite, which I changed my logo up on the banner. I'll pop it up right here, actually. At Marvel Studios, I replicated it with my Nerdliest crew logo. And he's talking to Banner, and they're talking about the fight that they just had, and Hela she looks so epic. And like, some of these scenes are amazing. So I'm currently watching it live and sort of speaking to it at the same time. This part's comic relief, so you know there's going to be some funny parts in this movie for sure. And I love the team part. I think that's their play against how Thor wasn't in, neither of them were in Civil War. And then there's Loki, locked up. Is he messing with them, or is he truly a prisoner? And then Hulk looks awesome. The haircut, he just looks freaking awesome. Grandmaster looks awesome. I'm trying to, as I watch this right now, I'm trying to think of the things I'm going to say afterwards. Instead of piecing it apart, I'm just going to finish up this trailer. There's nothing specific that I really want to call out right now yet. I've already heard some negative stuff from people, and I don't understand what's up with those people. You know, why? How can you be negative about an epic movie like this? And then the end, Hulk's just sitting with Thor, and they're talking. Thor like fire, or Thor like water. I like fire too. Yeah, but I like raging fire. Hulk like raging fire. It's so good. So good. And then whatever that epic fire monster is, I have no idea what it is because I'm not like super Marvel nerd yet. Working on it. I mean, so I just finished the trailer completely. The things that I want to say about it is same thing with like Spider-Man Homecoming. Cinematically, this thing looks gorgeous. The scenery, the colors, it's not too bright with the colors. A lot of them, in my editing style is very dull and washed out, or not washed out, but soft, low contrast. You can see that in a lot of the edits where the colors don't pop super hard. They're just sort of like matte colors, and I love that. Characters. Maybe one little worry right here. We have to reestablish Thor without his hammer. We have to reestablish Hulk a little bit because he is, Planet Hulk basically. And there's got to be some backstory of where he's been, what he's been through, and what's going on. Obviously, there was those leaked video clips where he's like stomping through the forest, and that's probably where he gets caught by, like how Thor gets caught. He's probably getting caught by whoever's gathering these guys up and taking them to the Grandmaster. We have to establish Hela, where she's from, what's going on with her, and then there's a ton of other characters that are being reintroduced or introduced to this movie, and that might cause a little bit of that bumpy road that we always see in these, MCU movies that require, everyone feels like there's not enough time, and there isn't. If it's a 2.5 hour movie, which is a long format movie, you still don't have enough time to really establish any new characters. So we'll see how they do that. I'm sure they'll do it well. I haven't really had any issues with any of the other movies. Actually, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was the one time that I mentioned that, there was so many different storylines. It felt like you were jumping from Rocket's situation to Star-Lord's situation with Ego, and Ego had his own separate little thing that he was going through too, and then you had Gamora, and you had Drax, and you had this and that. It was like, I love the freaking hell out of that movie. I'm going to buy it as soon as it's available to buy, and I think it might be available to buy, so I don't know what I'm doing right now. I should be buying it. But I'm just stoked. I'm super stoked. I cannot wait to see this movie in November. I'm definitely going to be one of those guys that buys the Thursday night ticket. I'm going to go with my new crew. We just have a good time driving over to the theater, and it is awesome. But my absolute favorite part of this trailer, and I'm not even a Marvel nerd, like I wasn't into comic books as a kid, is Hulk talking. I mean, it had so much hype leading up to it. People were like, I hope Hulk is able to talk, because at some point, Hulk is supposed to talk. He's intelligent, even in his Hulk body. So the fact that we got to see that, and it wasn't like he was just talking to him like a brilliant dude. He has that Hulk dumbed down version. It's just, I can't wait to see what they do with that, because we're only at Thor Ragnarok, and obviously Infinity War is in the future, and he's going to be there. I wonder if his intelligence is going to increase enough to be like able to be Banner at the same time as Hulk. I also love what they did with their, like I said, Hulk's got a haircut. So does Thor. Maybe they went to the barber during their time together. Like there's a barber on site with the hotel, and they're able to just like get a nice clean cut. But both of them just look so badass. Overall, I'm way too excited for this movie. I might even be more excited than I was before Homecoming. And Homecoming, I was so hyped, and it might have been because of the crew I was with, because they were just as excited as I was. We were talking about how crappy DC was. We were talking about different characters in the Marvel universe that haven't come up or might be coming up. Miles Morales, we're talking about this. We're just chopping it up until we sat down. And even when we sat down, we were those annoying people in the theater that were like just talking too much all the way up until about 5 minutes into the movie. Then we shut the hell up. I want to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be tons more where this came from, especially as they start to release stuff. I want to make an effort to do it as soon as it comes out. Another cool update, I am planning to go to Comic-Con, which is in November. It might be right before the Thor release, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully be streaming from the Comic-Con. I'm going to try to find a way to do that. And we'll obviously have a vlogish sort of weekend because it is a 3-day deal. I am planning to try to dress up. I asked my friends that we're going with if they want to be, because I am a Chris Pratt and I would like to go as Star-Lord. I have a friend who is sort of fit looking. He doesn't look like Batista, but he could be my Drax. And then his other friend can be Groot, and we can find a way to make a little rocket raccoon to stand on his shoulder. The only person we'd be missing is Gamora, and I don't know if Mario's wife is going, but if she is, I'm gonna paint her green. And I'm gonna find a way to do it without her knowing. But anyways, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, you know exactly what to do. Hit that like button, leave a comment. Those are the things that help grow this community, and I definitely want this community to be huge. So, till the next video, keep it nerdly, my friends.